Hello, homeschool community. This is Deacon John Vaporis, your librarian. This video presentation will be on the subject of audiobooks and eBooks. Might be a good idea to bookmark the site if you haven't already. What I'm going to do is give you a quick tour of the entire page. And here at the top, we have some things from the Boston Public Library. We have Overdrive, we have Hoopla, we have databases, and this is where you sign up for your free e-card, Boston Public Library e-card. Here in the left-hand column, we have audiobooks. In the center column, we have ebooks. And in the right-hand column, we have a combination of the two. Okay, so further on down, we have Library Genesis, and we have Google Play right here. Books and Library. We have Kindle. At the very bottom, we have a space for you to download apps. We have the Hoopla app, Overdrive, Kobo, and Kindle. And these apps can be used on any device. So even if you have a Kindle, you can use it on your computer or your phone. Same with Hoopla, Kobo, and Overdrive. These apps can be used on any device, which is great. So you can listen to your audiobooks and your ebooks. Going back up to the top, we're going to go back to Boston Public Library. And everyone in Massachusetts, whether you live or work in Massachusetts, can get a free e-card, and you can use the e-resources here. They have amazing databases right here on the right-hand side, and these are the same databases that the UMass colleges and the community colleges in Massachusetts use. And you can get used to them here in middle school or high school and get really comfortable with them. They're millions of dollars worth of databases, so you should take advantage of that. Here's Hoopla. This is where you can sign up for your free e-card. And you might wonder, why would I sign up for an e-card? Boston Public Library. I don't live in Boston. Well, it gives you access to 800,000 free audiobooks and ebooks. So the first thing we're going to look at is Overdrive. And Overdrive, here's the page. Just scroll down a little bit so you can take a look at it. Going back to the top in the left column here, in the corner here, you can look at things by subject. You can look for your ebooks and audiobooks by subject. We have poetry, science fiction, mythology. Going back, here's the search bar, and we're going to look up Game of Thrones. All right, so here's Game of Thrones, and these are all the choices, lots of them, in the whole series. And here at the top, we have the audiobook and the ebook. This is what the ebook looks like. And this is a write-up of the ebook here, which is very nice. There's 18 out of 25 copies available. Here you can just borrow it with one click. If it's not available, you can put on your wish list. We can read a sample, which is what we'll do right now here. All right, sample. And this is how you can download it. There are different formats here. There's the Kindle, there's Overdrive format, and EPUB. And as I mentioned, you can use the Kindle or the Overdrive on those apps, and you can read that on any device as long as you downloaded that app. EPUB is a universal kind of format. EPUB and PDF are two universal ebook formats that all devices will display. Okay, let's search for another book. Gonna look for Guernsey, Literary and Potato Peel Pie Society. So here we have three choices. We have the audiobook in the left, the center we have the ebook, and this is the older version of the book. but you can look at it too. Here's the audiobook. I'm going to click on that. Here's a write-up of the book. And here's the way you can download the MP3 file. And we'll listen to a sample.
Dear Sydney, Susan Scott is a wonder. We sold over 40 copies of the book, which was very pleasant. But much more thrilling from my standpoint was the food. Susan...
Very good. So that is Overdrive. Now we're going to take a look at Hoopla. All right, so I recommend, this is my local library, but I recommend you log in with your Boston Public Library card because you'll have many, many more items available than your local library has. Okay, so here we go with Guernsey, and there's two different choices here. We have some music. That's very nice. That's for the movie. There's a movie too, if you didn't know. And on the right side, there's a book analysis, which is kind of nice too. Okay, so it's good to check both Hoopla and Overdrive for the same book and see which gives you more options and more choices. And as I mentioned, here's the site where you click on this to sign up for your free e-card. It takes 2 minutes, it's not a big deal. All right, now on to large public domain ebook collections. First one we're going to look at is standard ebooks. And this is a nice site. They do a really nice job. They take artwork and they typeset these public domain books and make them look really very, very nice. All right, so let's take a look at Frankenstein. I just read Frankenstein with my daughter, and she's a senior in high school, and I haven't read it since I was in high school, and I forgot what a great, amazing book it is. Okay, so here's Frankenstein, Mary Shelley. You can read it for free, of course, download it in different versions. Here you can read online if you want. Here are the different letters, table of contents. Here we'll have letter 4. Here it is. All right, so that is standard ebooks. Now let's look at Project Gutenberg. So Project Gutenberg has 63,000 free ebooks and audiobooks. And here it's organized differently, alphabetically or by subject. And here we have a search bar up here. And we'll look at Frankenstein again to compare with the standard ebook. So Project Gutenberg has more choices. And here we'll take a look at, here's the ebook. And you can download it here. See, we've got the EPUB with images, no images, read online here. See, HTML, Modern Prometheus. Okay. So you can download it here. And let's go back. Here's the audiobook too. Right here too. Lots of choices here. Okay, next thing we're going to look at is Open Library. 20 million, that's right, 20 million ebooks and audiobooks. And it's great. It's free. Sign up for free. And it's a great thing. So 20 million, Open Library. All right, so talk about audiobooks a little bit, and something I came across, a learning strategy. And my oldest son, who's a senior at UMass Lowell, loves languages and he knows quite a few of them. Anyway, about a month ago, he was telling me about one of his learning strategies. He told me that just reading alone did not help his pronunciation because English is not a phonetic language. If you're hearing the word as you read it, your brain will make the connection. And the next time you see the word, you will know how to pronounce it. Next time you hear the word, you'll know how it is spelt. He told me that if you do this, it will improve your reading, your spelling, your vocabulary, your pronunciation, and of course, your listening skills. He went on to say that it's especially helpful when the book is a little challenging. So after thinking about it in the background of my mind, I started to make sense. And I realized that if I had used this method when I was in school, I would have been much more successful as a student. Okay, so let's look at some of the audiobooks. Over here, the first site I'm going to look at is Libravox. And you can look by author, by title, genre, languages, different languages. They have tons and tons of languages. Croatian, Dutch, Gaelic, Greek. Amazing. So by subject, let's look at children's fiction. Sometimes the cover art doesn't download, so I'm going to click on it again. Oh, they're still not downloading. That's okay. We'll just continue. So let's look at this A Leaf from Heaven, Hans Christian Andersen. And this is a nice fairy tale book. And normally you would see the book cover right here. And you can download the book art. And some of these books also have additional art that you can download, which is a very nice thing. Here on the left-hand side, you have you can download the audiobook in different formats. And over here, you have a player, and you can listen to each chapter right here online. So that's really nice. Libravox. The next site we're going to look at is Loyal Books. And this is what Loyal Books looks like. Over here on the left-hand side, you have different genres. You have lots of language books, ebooks, and audiobooks. And this is what the site looks like. It's really pretty nice. Let's take a look at the Scarlet Letter. Nathaniel Hawthorne, the author, of course. Here's a nice write-up of the book. And you can download the audiobook right here. And here's a player. You want to listen to it online. So here we have all these lovely books. And let's look at the languages here. They have ebooks and audiobooks in Greek, Chinese, Dutch, Russian, Spanish, whatever you'd like. It's pretty cool. Here's Portuguese. So we have 40 free audiobooks in Portuguese and 482 ebooks in Portuguese. So that's pretty nice. Again, Loyal Books. Okay, next thing I want to talk about are audiobooks that you can find on YouTube. Yes, there's a ton of audiobooks on YouTube. Many of them are wonderful and well made. There's a community that makes audiobooks just for YouTube, and it's a wonderful thing. If you look here on the left, I've taken the trouble of separating some of the YouTube audiobooks by genre. And I'm going to click onto the first one, Adventure. So these are all the Adventure YouTube audiobooks. And there's a ton of them. There's thousands, actually. Here's The Lost City of Z.
And taken out an extra insurance policy on my life. I told myself that I had come simply to record how generations of scientists and adventurers became fatally obsessed with solving what has often been described as the greatest exploration mystery of the 20th century.
So let's say you're going on a car ride and you're not going to have internet access, but you want to listen to the Lost City of Z. So what you can do, I'll show you a trick, is copy the URL at the top, the YouTube URL, and then we're going to go over here and we're going to go to this site here, MP3 dash, and you put the URL from the YouTube URL right here, and you click convert. And what it does, it gives you an MP3 file, an audio file. You don't need the internet for that. You can put it on any device and listen to it. So just a little handy tip. If you don't like the distracting YouTube stuff, or you're going and you don't have internet access. Here are some of the classic books. And then we have horror audio, historical fiction. As I said, thousands and thousands of audiobooks on YouTube. Okay, the next thing I want to look at is Google Play Books and Library. And this is a good place to store your books. Here in the left-hand side is my books. And these are books that I have downloaded that are free or that I've purchased, like the Orthodox Study Bible here. And if you don't know, here's the Google waffle here, and this is where we're at, the books. This is what we're at here. This is what it looks like. Okay, so let's look at one of the books. Here's Moby Dick. And unfortunately, you can't see here at the bottom, but there's a page counter and you can click the pages one by one. Up here at the top, you have chapters. And then you have some choices up here, which is very nice. Flowing text or the original pages. I tend to like the original pages. And you can zoom in and out and all sorts of other great things. So that's Google Play. You can store your audiobooks and your ebooks here. And it's a good thing. Okay, the next thing I want to show you are these very nice series here, Young Readers series. You have Ancient Greece, Ancient Rome, British Empire. Here we'll look at British Empire. We have British history, more history, military history, biographies, and literature. All free ebooks to download. And that's a great series. Let's see, the next thing I want to talk to you about is Library Genesis. So Library Genesis is a great site. It's you can use this to find a lot of hard to find books, or sometimes they even have textbooks, like college textbooks and things like that. Here's Guernsey, and they have the ebook available for download, which is very nice. They have a lot of things in Russian and Greek and other languages. It's very, very deep, and it's a great thing, Library Genesis, and that's right here. All right, well, I believe we've reached the end of this video, and I urge you to explore the audio and ebook page here at OrthoZoe, and I urge you to take the time to sign up for a free Boston Library e-card. Thank you for watching the video. If you have any questions or need any help, you can contact me here, john.vaporis@gmail.com. Feel free to email me with requests or questions. And thank you for being here and watching this video. Bye now.